Hey guys, what's up everyone? Welcome back again to the channel, and we are picking up from where we left off in the last tutorial where we discussed in depth about the principles of safety play when it comes to this tree rail. This is an advanced video for advanced professional players or players who aspire to learn the game at a more in-depth level. Now here I'm showing you a game situation where this comes up quite a bit, and this is in fact the demonstration of the earlier video, the excerpt that you saw coming from the Neil Spion channel. Now notice how I'm visualizing the part, because I already have the information that if I hit this object ball at a half ball hit, then it has the tendency to go towards the corner. Let's take a moment once again to have a look at what Neil Spion was discussing in this video.
Guaranteed ball in hand because it's so tough to hit. So let's try this one. Very tough. It's gonna go 4 rails. Let's see what we can do. Be careful that you don't hit the coin with your shirt or arm. Yes, that's it. I think 6th or 7th try.
Now that is an absolutely beautiful shot, and so when I first watched that video, in fact I watched that video about 3 times, and that is why I was inspired to try to figure out what is it that Neil Spion was doing. Now he did demonstrate that this was a field type shot, but I did in fact went on the table to try to develop a sense of how much of the object ball was he hitting. And notice there that in my very first attempt I got pretty close to hooking him behind, or hooking the cue ball behind the 8 here, and I'm not shooting from the same position. Now guys, if you think this video is a beautiful one, or you want to check out part 3, because part 3 we're going to be looking at when the cue ball is not in a direct line, and so I'm going to be teaching you how much spin to use, how much of the ball hit fraction to use in order to execute the shot. This safety can be executed from anywhere near the table, and once you have it locked down, you will get consistent results like what you see there being demonstrated on screen. Beautiful execution there. Again, that particular shot was a half ball hit on the object ball, but I applied a hair of outside spin, which in this case is left spin, for it to come inside the cushion and float behind the 8 here. So definitely guys, stay tuned, ensure that you are in fact subscribed so you can know when that next video is released. Now here's an extreme situation where, again as I said, it's not a high percentage safety, but in an actual game situation where there are other obstacle balls on the table, once you can find the path of the cue ball to head behind the 8, you will find that you get yourself a bit lucky. Now a lot of persons, when they see a pro player execute these types of shots, they tend to always attribute the fact that the pro player is lucky. But when I tell you that these pro players, they know exactly what they're doing. They know how much of the object ball to hit, and they know if they need spin. Now this is a very touchy and difficult shot, and for 2 reasons. This is why. This particular shot requires an excessive amount of side spin. It requires a precise hit on the object ball, because once you're applying spin to the cue ball, if you're aiming at, or you're supposed to aim at a half ball hit, to compensate for the swerve because of the spin, you have to aim at a quarter ball hit. So notice there have adjusted slightly, and once you've adjusted slightly, you will get the trajectory of the cue ball correct. But then again, once you apply spin to the cue ball, it then tends to transfer the opposite spin to the object ball, and so the speed is going to allow the cue ball to head into the correct path, but it's going to allow the object ball to escape. So when you're trying to play these types of safeties, guys, bear in mind that you have to be dialed down on the you have to be so focused, and you have to be so committed towards the cue ball going behind the hook. Now in that particular replay there, you'll see where the cue ball actually was hit somewhat to perfection, but the object ball escaped, and so I leaked the shot. So this is a high percentage, this is a low percentage safety play, but if you have a natural feel and sense for it, you will get very, very good results. Now again, here, just like in this demonstration, the cue ball head right behind 8, but too much speed on that one ball and it leaked. Now yes, the one ball leaked, but as I said, in a game situation, that one ball could have actually hit into an obstacle ball and you could really grapple your opponent into submission here. Now I do hope that you enjoy this particular video, guys. Do check out part 3. It's going to be a beautiful one, and let us bring this video to the end with this beautiful 3-rail safety played by Joshua Filler.
11 years ago.
Come on. Joshua Filler, what a safety shot that is.
Would you look at that amazing shot? See you guys in the next tutorial. Until then, take care. Bye.
I love his interviews. They're always genuine. And I'll tell you, if he doesn't like it, I think the bank is really on his mind here. But
Well, how do you like that one?
pool, the dynamic is it's just so immense. It's so incredible how well under the pressure these players pull these shots.